What's up YouTube, it's Shivansh here. So today's video will be all about numbers. We will be talking about living expenses in Canada and I will share with you the entire breakdown of my entire monthly expenses living in Greater Toronto area, so that if you are planning to move to Canada as a single working professional or as a couple or even as a student, you will have some idea about what to expect and how to manage your salary and expenses accordingly. And after deducting all my expenses, whatever I save from my salary, I try to invest that in a savings account at 0.1% interest rate. Just kidding, I don't invest anything in a savings account and neither should you, because a savings account is a really poor investment and it doesn't give you any return. Let me know in the comments below how you like to invest your savings and if you want me to make videos on saving and investing in Canada. Without any further ado, let's begin. In Canada, if you ask anyone about what is their biggest monthly expense and what consumes the biggest chunk of their salary, 10 out of 10 people will say that it's their monthly housing expenses or their monthly rent. Renting or housing in Canada is super expensive. Doesn't matter if you live in a house, a condo or a basement. Housing will still be your biggest monthly expense. So I live in a 2-bedroom apartment in Oakville, Ontario, and I am basically just 20 minutes away from downtown Toronto. And I pay $1,950 every single month for rent. Now I know that this number is pretty high for a single person and I can save maybe about $200 every single month if I choose to live somewhere else, but considering the fact that this is a brand new apartment in a brand new building, it also has a pretty nice gym, so I don't have to purchase any additional gym memberships, and I live less than 4 kilometers away from my office, so I also get to save on transportation expenses, which we will discuss later in this video. So all these factors combined make this seemingly high rent worth it. In addition to the rent, I also have to pay for some utilities such as water and hydro or electricity, and this costs me about $70 additional per month. Now the good part is that heating as well as air conditioning are both paid by my apartment rental building, so I get heating and AC free of cost 24/7. And trust me guys, air conditioning in summers is as important as heating in winters because it can get really hot in Toronto, especially in those peak summer days. I also pay $20 every single month for my renter's insurance. So just in case something happens to my apartment, for example in case of a fire or something, my renter's insurance can help pay for those expenses. Okay, so the second biggest expense for most people will be transportation. So whether you own a car or you take the public transit, cost of transportation in Canada can be very high. Luckily for me, since I only live 4 kilometers away from my office, the bus pass or the monthly transit pass costs about $130 for Oakville. However, because of COVID, I've been working from home since April 2020, so I don't even have to pay for that because I don't go out every single day. And if I do have to go out, I tend to buy single-use transit tickets, which cost about $3 each, instead of buying the monthly pass for $130. But if you own a car, then your monthly transportation expenses can range anywhere from $500 to $800 between your monthly EMIs, car insurance, and gas or fuel expenses. Now let's talk about the most important monthly expense, and that is food. As you guys must have seen in my grocery shopping video where I ordered groceries online from Walmart, I usually spend about $100 every 2 weeks on groceries. So the grocery expense comes out to be almost $300 every month. I usually cook my food at home and try to eat from outside maximum 2 times every week. This not only helps reduce my monthly food expenses, but also helps keep my health in check, especially in these times of COVID when most of the gyms are closed and your physical activity is not as high as before. So my eating out expenses can range from $100 to $150 for any given month. And in total, I can say that I spend about $400 on food every single month, which in my opinion is not too bad. Home internet is another expense that I have to pay for every single month, and I pay about $65 for a high-speed internet plan from Bell. Because of COVID, since I'm working from home for the last 1 year, I make sure that I have a really good internet plan so that I can attend all my meetings and stream videos without any issues. So this is really important. The next expense on the list is the monthly phone bill. I'm actually very lucky because my company, the company that I work for, pays for my monthly phone expenses, and they also provide me with a really good phone that I can use both for work as well as my personal use. However, if this is not the case for you, then your monthly phone expenses can be from $70 to $100 depending on your phone plan and the type of phone you choose to get. Okay, so the last thing on my monthly expense list is miscellaneous items. Basically, any other additional expenses can be included in this category. For example, last month I bought Google Pixel Buds, the wireless earphones for my phone, and it cost me around $180. So this can be included on my monthly expenses as a miscellaneous purchase. I try to limit these expenses to under $200 every single month. In some months, I may not use any of this amount, and in some other months, I may end up using the entire $200. So it really depends on my needs if I end up spending that amount or not. So in total, I end up spending about $2,500 to $2,700 every single month. And I know that this number is pretty high, but the biggest chunk of my monthly expense is my monthly rent, which is definitely on the higher side. But after deducting all these expenses from my salary, I try to invest and save as much as possible, and I try to avoid any unnecessary expenses so that I can maximize my savings. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and found some value out of it. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel to watch more such videos about my life in Canada. I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.